boy stands and turns to the streets leading home, to find a hand on his shoulder as though a 3-story house had just planted a careful perch upon him, in a grip that tightens like steel. "Rest," says the elvish woman. "Do not make me put you to sleep. I have to get home, my family. It's not safe. Stay in the square until the small ones have been rounded up. They may be weak, but they're crafty." His mind reels. The small ones? Weak? What creature was weak? The one with skin so tough knives break at the touch? Fangs that tore muscle from bone? That was weak? And what am I? "Get out of my way," he cries defiantly. "I need to get to them. I need to save them. If not me, then who else? Nobody's going to do it for them. I have to go," as he grabs at the hand. The boy lashes out at the vice grip and prepares a fist, but is met with a larger and considerably softer grip that halts his progress. "I will go with the boy. You can handle things here, Ferelia," the warrior belts. "You are too soft for this," the elvish woman remarks before turning towards the ruins of what was once a central square. "I know. Come, boy, take me to your home." "Just leave me be and go. I have no coin. There's not a scrap of food in our house, and though I see you sorely need for clothes, I have none you can take." "I need nothing from you." "Why then? Why would you help me?" the boy cries out in confusion. He scratches his squared jaw and comes up with an answer, quickly enough that seems satisfactory from the smile that breaks earnestly across his face. "Because it's what heroes do. It's what heroes do." Welcome, travelers, to the Dragonleaf, TS where tales are told. Last week, I tried a new segment. But why, though? But it didn't work out too well. So now I'm going to try a new segment called Memes I Saw and I Liked, but since I can't show them to you, like the memes, I'll just explain them, and I'm sure that's fine. Part 1, patent pending. This meme has a picture of 3 men, and they're laughing, but it's like pretty close up. There's like 3 of them, and some of them are like less opaque, and they're all holding corn. Okay, new meme. I'll try. This is a different one. It has a goat on it, but under it says goat. I'll workshop this idea. If you like the content, leave a like in the tip jar and subscribe to our weekly tales. Leave a comment in the suggestion box to tell us how well we did or how well we did not. Thank you for listening. And without further ado, it's time to open up shop. Hey, hello everybody.
Hi.
How are you?
But why though?
That wasn't the segment, guys.
I have yet to figure that out yet.
I can't wait to hear all these like beginning snippet stories like all put together.
Yeah,
super
we
cut.
should do like an episode where you just narrate the whole thing in one flow. Also,
Goodness.
that man, as much as you want to be a hero, I'm sure he's getting something out of it.
Oh, whoa.
Last time, the Deviants destroyed their way through the caverns of Ironhall, intimidating a group of guards and tricking them into believing that they are the new management of the Order, killing those who pass in some sort of test, which to them is not as unorthodox as one would desire out of a union. As they gain the keys to the remaining rooms of the cave, they stumble upon an entranced individual who exhibits the same yellowish crystals that had been growing from the humans of Amaranth, administered by the Zamayatel cult. As the individual bounces in and out of consciousness, and the Lyrian Order Knights wait patiently on the outskirts, awaiting death at any moment, just waiting happily for their new bosses to finish up, we jump back in. As we now find ourselves back in the mines of Ironhall. Here we are.
Turn to the guards. Where are the others?
What do you mean?
Well, there's freshly made beds in here. I don't think you guys do that on purpose.
They've been sent to the... whatever it is already. Her, they call her.
Well, I guess we'll go visit her in a bit. And Vincent will turn to go stand in the doorway and just watch his friends interview this person.
Oh, could Jojo look at the clothing on this person? Does it look similar to the clothing from that farmer's market thing?
As you glance down at the individual, you
Has
take
shoes. They all have the same shoes.
They did. This individual has particularly nice shoes. Less beige, noticeably less beige, But as you glance down and you look up and down their outfit, this outfit would look at home on Vincent. It's actually quite nice. Definitely nicer than anything you'd seen in the area, and not
Valiant?
thick enough to handle the muggy weather. Seems more of a light outfit than would be worn in this area naturally.
Syrian?
Cyrnan? No, it doesn't look Cyrnan necessarily.
Okay.
Killian is going to step further into the room, so she's outside of the like range, I guess, of the door, and she's just gonna like fix her hat, recasting disguise self on herself, because it's been a while. I didn't want to forget.
Yeah, the individual kind of is just like glancing around and then falling asleep periodically. Takes no stock of this.
I would like to investigate the human to see if they have an ash bond.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
My strong suit, but
Oh, the server has been refreshed over the course of the break,
okay.
So you guys will likely need to jump back in there.
That'll explain a lot.
Here's what I can tell you, though. As you begin to move, I don't think a check is necessarily required here. They're just kind of flailing about, and it's mildly frustrating, but as you kind of just begin to, like, unbutton the shirt a little bit, you see the flittering movement of a gold ash bond underneath the clothing.
But does it seem pretty small, like only rank 1?
Yes, you actually take note. Go ahead and roll religion. See if you recognize the sigil.
Did you say gold?
Gold, yes. Actually, you do not need to roll religion. You've seen this symbol all over the place, Jojo. It's pretty much plastered around the streets of your home. They are a Mistra family member.
Mm-hmm. Jojo just says that in her mind, being like, "Are you in here? That's Mistra."
You looking for Vincent, or are you trying to talk to Miss?
No, I'm not trying to talk to Mistra.
Yeah, I was like, have I noted that Mistra's here with us at all times?
He probably, in this context, would be poking in and out of their heads to make sure they're talking, so... Mistra.
Hey.
Do you think we should take her with us? Him, I should say.
They seem pretty out of it.
Just throw them over your shoulder. If we leave them here, there's no guarantee we'll be able to get back.
I mean, Did we ever figure out, during our time helping those people that had the same thing, the same affliction, did we figure out a good way to help them out? We spent a lot of time around these sick people.
No.
It just takes time.
No, she's talking about the ones with the yellow crystals at the house. How did Lavos cure them? Because they joined us.
It was just time, right?
He didn't, yeah. There was no, like, cure that was administered or anything of the kind.
Just time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, after a while, they came down from what it was.
Vincent will connect to this person's head. Hey, we're allies here. So participate and we'll take you home to Mistra.
It's just nonsensical. As you're speaking, they're responding and be like, Mistra. Ally, Mistra's fun. I can palisade.
Palisade.
It's not a word.
Take him, I'll say to Jojo.
Okay. Just
In his mind, you hear, up beyond the orc.
Does he look injured or just like exhausted?
He looks weathered. He looks very exhausted, but he's not outwardly injured.
I do like a medicine check to see how, like, whether they're out of it because like they've been a prisoner and like are starving, or like because the crystal stuff is going on.
Yeah, go ahead and roll medicine.
Whoops. Seven.
You're entirely uncertain.
Okay.
Why did this one get left behind? Why'd they take everyone else ahead?
It's some kind of a test. It was rare to find a bound specimen to use the yellow stuff on.
Is it the only one that they found?
There's some family members of the Stormforge, but they're deeper in. They've already been taken to the creature.
Okay, let's go meet her.
We're not meant to go down there unless we've clearance.
We
You have
are giving
clearance.
you clearance.
I'd rather not get eaten. All due respect.
To show us the way.
We look towards each other and then back at you guys. Look
Promotion,
back
remember?
down the empty hallway. The greenhorn is interested at your offer of a promotion. The other two are looking back towards the empty hallway to the south and potential escape, and they're just like, no promotion is worth this.
If you stay with us and you do what we need, I promise you probably will get out this alive.
How about liberation? Is that worth it?
I need you guys to roll another deception check, a group deception check in this instance.
Come on, Dodo.
They look,
Oh!
they look towards you with a bit of, like, they're not quite buying your stuff for a minute. Because as you have walked in and been like, we slaughtered everyone, we're part of the order, and they're like, yeah, that makes sense. And now you're just like, how about we barter with you and be reasonable? They have beginning to kind of look towards you with mild confusion, but at this moment, they continue to go along with what you're saying.
Jojo's gonna pop another potion.
Moving up to the north and following after them, everybody roll a group perception check. Okay. Traversing up to the north, they end up taking that ladder and continue to head up this very thin and narrow pathway. Placing the younger guard in front of them, they all just begin to traverse. And as they continue moving down, you see several of these dwarvish miners still now tirelessly but incredibly exhausted, just chipping away at stones in the wall. And as they all turn their attention towards the order, they raise a hand and then just slowly lower it. And as the dwarven miners look towards the hand and see it, they just tracking it, slowly lowering, you see them faintly just like calm down and turn their attention back towards the wall as they continue chipping away.
Like hypnotism.
We'll note that.
And they continue moving down. Making their way all the way through this chamber.
Vincent's going to connect mentally with Mo while we're walking, because it's going to take a little bit. What did you learn when you were captured by them? Did they talk out loud a lot?
They were speaking endlessly, but it was just bitching and complaining. They spoke about guards and they laughed about the Stormforge family. There is apparently an accord between them that is not being met. Their family is not to be harmed, but they have already fed several members to this creature at the center. They also mentioned one named Zarik. It's particularly cruel.
Yes, I've already met him.
Oh, pop you up there, kill you.
I was stuck.
I'll also move Mo over.
You still have that item I gave you, right? Look down and see if he has tiny little cufflinks on his spider arms. They were
Good
supposed
roll.
to be like mundane looking. Imp would have like little impish bracers on it. Nothing intricate.
I rolled an investigation check, like premeditated for the guards to see what they did with the gear, but it was a 7. So he managed to stuff them away and hide them, and then kind of just shows you the bracers on his wristlets.
Good. You can be useful later then, at least. Stay invisible for now.
As you guys continue holding on to these like thick masts, you make your way through to the very end of the hallway, and the closer you get, the more light begins to pour out, and that mist that had previously just been permeating the entire area is so dense and so thick in this area that it's almost clouding your vision. And as you see them moving in silhouettes through this rainbow mist, they eventually reach the other side and just point downwards And as you kind of glance around the corner, you can see, they'll just move out of the way for you here. You see this just hole. That is a sheer drop down. That's where we throw them.
You know how far?
It's pretty far, like 80 feet-ish.
Well, I'm
Okay.
assuming someone had to set this up. There's no other way down other than a sheer drop.
It's a natural cavern. I don't know. There might be another way through, but we don't know it.
Jojo takes out a...
Torch?
He takes out a feather. I can get us down.
Assuming that means all of us, if it's, we'll look at the
Yeah.
guards.
I could get us all down. Wait, how many can I do?
I think it's
I-
10 if you're gonna cast feather.
5.
Oh,
I can get
What?
5.
I thought it was more.
So I can get 1 more. I don't trust that these guys are actually going to be that helpful, though.
You see the younger ones just like, we're not very helpful at all. We gave in right away. I'm terrified. Please just leave me up here.
What does Vincent assess Larissa's? Does he feel like they will flee out the front and then maybe alert Zarak to this?
I'd say roll insight. This is an active check.
Matilda at the top of me. I'm like, where did Vincent go? 29. Not
29. One way or the other, these guys are a liability. And you guys have been acting odd. They're following you for now, but you see that they still have their doubts in all of this. As they just hold themselves in position here, they're looking towards you guys, and they're antsy. Looking down that hole, you can see that there's a fear of death.
How low on the does Vincent feel like he could kill them pretty quickly, or if he needed to, or are they like some of them are pretty healed still? Well off looking.
Let me zoom in here. This one here and the younger guard have not been touched. This guy here is on his last legs.
I'll connect to Jojo. If we let these guys go, they'll most likely flee. I'll let the guards outside. I think we need to take care of them before we leave.
I can do something. Can you do a step back or something?
Oh, you mean like get it out of the way? Sure. He'll
just
tell
get it.
Killian and Matilda in their heads as well.
Yeah, Jojo like reaches out a hand to like direct Killian to like move to the space beside her.
All right.
And Jojo sort of like puts this like moves the feather to like another finger and takes out a from this little bag on her pouch, she takes out a pinch of sand and she takes out her enduring dream journal and she opens up to a page, and Killian, you can see that there is a bunch of arcane writing on this page. As Jojo says, yeah, she says some words that are like Uro Mer. And she's just gonna throw the sand, and I need to roll some dice. She casts a sleep spell.
I was curious about sleep too, because it lasts for a minute. But as long as you don't wake them up, they just stay asleep normally, right? For as long as they would want to sleep for.
Oh, it's only a minute? Never mind. I
Spell-
would know this.
Yeah, the spell duration is a minute, but that's why I'm asking Adrian. Like, they're
That's your trash.
magically compelled to stay asleep for that long. So if something like a loud bang or something were to happen, they wouldn't wake up. But after that minute, are they still asleep? It's just like they would wake up naturally later on, or do they just all wake up? Because the sleep has like a very strict condition on how to get them up, which is you need to go over and use your action to wake them up. So like loud noises or like naturally waking up after you've rested would not work.
I think even if a creature was asleep, casting this on them, they would wake up after the spell ends, because it states in the
Really?
spell
Oh,
that
man.
they're unconscious until the spell ends.
Okay.
Okay, well then ignore all of that because Jojo would know that the spell only lasts a minute.
Retconning going back a minute. When
I
Vince
mean,
was like, do you think we should take these out?
well,
I
I
think
mean, just a real quick thing. If we do put like half of these guys to sleep, it'll make it real easy to knock them out. And when they're knocked out, they'll be asleep for a much longer time.
This is true.
So
It depends up to you if you want to use your scroll for this to give us like essentially an up to knock them out. If not, we're gonna probably have to roll initiative and get into it.
As this like just silence begins to permeate through, the two of them look towards each other and like look back towards you guys in a mild confusion.
Let's lock them in that room back there.
Cool. You all are to come with us. There's been a change in plans.
Roll a group intimidation check against these two. These three rather. These three are going to roll insight to determine whether or not they're fucked.
21. They see Jojo take out some sand and a feather and look at them and put the sand away.
Matilda participate in this as a group, or is it just the people participating?
All of you guys as a group. Like your numbers alone are intimidating. Let me see here.
These numbers, man. So good.
Okay, here's what happens. As you guys are looking towards them, and then Jojo, you begin to kind of like focus in, reading some stuff, and then you turn around with this handful of sand and a feather, and they look towards you with this look of just like, that's
what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah, I'm not touching anything about that. As you like begin to move in, and Vincent's like, all right, you two are coming with me. The one at the front turns and then places a boot to your chest, Jojo, and attempts to just slam you into the hole. Go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics. You are no longer raging in this time. Thank you.
Oh, my best score.
Reaches forward, jumps up, boot to chest, pushes off, launches back, slams into the guy behind him, and then as you just stand there a solid wall, they look back to his locked room.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you go in that locked room.
The one who is behind is literally just like throws him off like, you're playing games with my life, man. As the three of them just fall in line and at this last attempt, just look onward towards you guys waiting for death. Death at current has not come and they just begin to march one at a time until eventually. Do you guys bring them back to that room?
Yeah, we'll just fast check this. I'm not just gonna they're gonna lock themselves in there.
Killian wants to do a thing.
Uh-huh.
When they start heading over, Killian's just gonna like grab at the one that tried to kick Jojo, and say, "You're coming with us. You've still got some fight in you."
Damn it!
Yes.
He fucking freezes and then just kind of.
So, Vincent, you could like locks the door with his tail as the other two sit inside there, and then we escort him back to this hole.
What do I do with his body? Do we leave him with them, or they might kill him?
Yeah, I think there's no like I said, there could be a different entrance or exit from here. I don't think we're gonna come up from going down there. Just brace his impact when we fall. He should be fine.
Okay. That is a good question. Like, if you are holding someone while feather falling,
they're a limp corpse right now. They're not gonna resist.
Would that make you fall faster? Or I think in the past we've said that it was half damage to.
I believe if you are holding someone else, I believe we basically do it so that you're moving at twice the speed because you're holding a creature that's unaffected by the spell, and you both take half damage.
We leave either this unconscious person or this person.
Jojo, just do it on yourself. I should be fine.
Okay.
Exclude me from your spell. Put it on him.
Okay. As we're about to go down, she has the book open and she sort of turns to you guys and she's like, okay. You can tell that she wanted to say something, but then looked at the guard and was like, nope, I'll wait till later.
To everyone in their head, just try and be stealthy about this.
Okay. And then she directs everyone to jump at the same time as she casts Featherfall.
Everyone but me.
Yep.
As you are all surrounded by this faint wind and this just light energy that permeates your body, you all begin to descend. And as you are moving down this thin cavern and the golden light that's pouring out from underneath you passes through, you see all of this just thick rainbow mist. And as you look around in the darkness, you feel as though you are amidst the stars in a cosmos. And as you see this, Jojo, descending at this slow pace, looking around, you are taken back a few days.
Mm-hmm.
As you find yourself once again in the manor and looking onwards towards everything that's happening, fixating on the health of your mother, just awaiting this journey with pensive anticipation. Lavos approaches you and says, "You want to give it a try, at least?"
Yeah. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna succeed, right? Like doing it now, like the mission's still happening, even if this isn't the actual mission, right? You know what I'm saying?
No. But I'm with you. He places a hand on your shoulder, gives you a nod as though that was exactly the right thing to say.
I mean, I'm gonna save my mom, even if it's not
Oh, yeah.
breaking rank.
Hey, listen, look at me here.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't lie to you, there's always a risk of death, right? You're going on a mission, well, it's dangerous. It's not exactly something I can just say, "You'll be fine, love." It might not come back from it. And if you don't come back, your mum don't. As far as we know. She might make it back just fine, and notice now that her daughter's gone. But this is what it is to make decisions in this life, right? You're doing what you know to be best, and because of that, I think everything's going to be just fine.
Okay.
You're going to get back here with your mum safe and sound. He pats you on the shoulder. But that's just my opinion, I can't say that as fact.
Okay.
Right. Now, he just kind of like lightly pulls whatever cloak or just shirt that you're currently wearing off your shoulders and places his hand on your back as he begins to focus and fixate. And as you sit back with this just constant struggle and this power of conviction in order to blast through this unknown adventure in front of you, reaching forward to save your mother, you pull into this reservoir of power. And as your ash bond burns, tell me what happens.
With a flash of white, and color, she finds her vision fades to a black void, and she is within the cosmos with the warring colors. She sees like an expansive void that seems like it's endless, but within there are these tendrils of colorful energy that flail around chaotically. And she gets a closer look at them now, and they appear to be strings, almost threads of magic. And as like the threads intersect with each other, they react. Like they bubble and crackle and flare as they intersect, and this like giant explosion that like explodes out and then sucks back down and globs away, and this becomes like a sheep with golden wool and eyes of flame, and just like it's floating through space being like bah. And reactions like that are happening all over the place, everywhere where these threads of magic flail and meet each other. And as like her mind expands, so too does the vision, and she zooms out to see the weave, and how the chaos bubble that she resides in is so small. Such a small fracture of the weave to the whole. And as she like continues to zoom out, she sees an eye, and she realizes it's her own eye with the chaos in it, and she's outside of herself, looking at herself as Lavos is like touching your shoulder.
As your consciousness begins to move in, you almost maybe instinctually attempt to return to this just origin that is your body, this just mortal coil that has been offering you what it is that you've needed in your life. But as you begin to move forward, you find yourself being pulled back. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
I am bad at. It's a 10.
You reach forward and you attempt to once again rejoin with yourself, and the eye begins to grow until it covers the vast majority of your field of vision, and you are pulled away. As you pass through the wooden floorboards, you just feel the impact, and it just carried off into the sky. You begin to descend. The world itself flips upside down, and you see everything before you begin to just bend in impossible geometry as you are carried into the sky. You look down on the dungeon as it just spreads seemingly infinitely into the Sylph Stream itself, and as you pass through the Sylph Stream, you keep going. The cosmos begins to unfold around you, and you feel your body slam into galaxies. Individual bits and pieces begin to hit you before eventually, boom! A solid wall. You reach out and you touch the edge. Feels like some kind of stone. You run your fingers across and you feel grooves that you now recognize as runic languages. So incredibly detailed and deep that they have runes carved within the etchings of runes, and as you begin to reel at the possibilities of what this could possibly mean, unlocked within you is nothing. You feel yourself hit a block, and you're pulled back into your body as you open your eyes briefly, and Lavos looks down for a brief moment as your tattoo begins to tear through your body, and then pulls itself back into its original state. And Lavos just opens his eyes and is like, well, fuck. I don't know what to say about that. He looks down at you and examines your tattoo and just kind of like pulls up your stat sheet and begins to look, and he's like, this is a head scratcher, Jojo. I don't know what's going on, but you got this. And he points down. What does this mean?
What is it?
Spreads it out, and you see just all of these just mystic runes move out of the way as this holographic small seed appears, and he plucks it and he looks at it. He like tries to pull it away from your bond, these just mystic runes that are projected and displayed for him to look at, and it just sucks back in and just tucks itself away within the level and your everything about your bond as they all slowly recede back into your body. He says, all right.
Is that a seed?
It looks like it. This is interesting.
That's weird.
I don't know what to say about that.
Didn't work? I'm still blocked?
It looks like you're really close. I don't know what else to say about it. Something's keeping you back. Maybe like a last jump. One last jump. You look at Lavos as his face converts into a goat with flaming eyes. And as you awaken on the road, in that bumpy cart on your way to Ironhall, as you open your eyes, you see this crackling energy that tears themselves away from your body and just begins to fizzle out in the distance. As you look onwards towards the home of these dwarvish miners and everything that you know to be going wrong with it, you feel that anticipation. And you cannot wait to see your mother, this anxiety and this aggression, until you stand up and as you prepare, your bond expands and begins to cover your body in jagged forms. What does your second rank ash bond look like?
The tattoo sort of like almost like warps out of itself. Like these forms are curvilinear, and then like they jag back like they're hooks. And they swirl around on the shoulder blade, and like within them, you know, like how some tattoos, they are like illusory, so that like real human tattoos, I'm saying, they look like the skin is missing, and like underneath the skin is like machinery. That's like it's sort of like that, except it's that runic language that she felt on the moon, or whatever that vision was. except the runic language is warped to illegibility. And it also shifts onto her deltoid, and on her shoulder, there is like a motif, a very vague symbol of an eye. And I wonder, can I pop this up? Is this what this is for? No, that's in my character sheet. Never mind. I thought I could bring up the picture. Whoa!
There it is.
There's the picture.
As we look onwards, you, feeling this just anticipation reach palpable levels. You do not know where your mother is at current, but as you begin to descend alongside everybody else, to confirm, everybody but Vincent is currently enshrouded by this energy. And as you finally breach the bottom, and this blinding light begins to pour out before you, Vincent, how do you get down, real quick?
This will take a minute. As the rest of the group falls, he'll wait till they're like a little bit away. He'll kind of crane his neck a little bit. Carson.
Steps out of the shadow. Do you wish for me to carry you, sir?
No, dear. I'm more than capable of this. Why are you here now, in this place?
I finally found you.
Yeah, but
Been traveling for a time. No, not fully.
Where can I find you? I don't like... Well, my assistants do not be fully capable.
I am not sure. I am a facsimile of myself, created and dispatched. You see, I don't have connection with my main body. But last I knew, I was on my way to Amaranth.
Ah, so you're more like a projection of your actual self.
You could consider that.
Well, you'll know if yourself is in range once you get here.
Oh, I don't think I'm coming.
Not here, dear Tamara.
I will, absolutely.
Let me know. I want to see what you're capable of when you're fully here. And then we can talk.
He gives a nod, and he bows his head off to the side.
As for now, just wait over there. And Vincent will look out, and he'll raise his hands up in the air, and the keyboard will fling into life, and it's almost like a serene, but like there's like deep undertones to like the almost like you're typing on an organ, but it's on a piano. The little like tune he puts out to cast this spell. And when he does so, he's trying to like pump a little bit more into it than he could. Yeah, and he'll basically just go to like fall off the side of the thing as he does that. He's casting fly on himself, but I like to imagine when he does so, these sort of like his eyes will flare and these sort of like demonic wings sprout from his back, but only Mo and Carson can see them. No one else can.
I think Carson gives a nod and a smile. It's like, I'm going to roll a d20 here. He's about to say something, but he holds himself back.
It's fine. And Mo's a spider on me, and he can stay that, he can squash himself to the ground, or he can be smart and turn himself into an imp and fly down.
I think he just finished eating that berry you gave him and is now preparing. But as he just kind of jumps off your back and goes invisible, you ascertain he's probably got you. And as Carson looks on as you descend, he wordlessly mouths something to himself and just melts back into the shadows. As you land on the ground, and that last little bit of dust passes around you, also, you find hay underneath your feet. And as you land on that hay and your weight begins to carry you once more, you hear crunching. And the bones underneath it, layered from various different individuals thrown down this area, kind of just begin to brittly break underneath your footsteps. As you jump down the hole, you appear here, Looking over, you see immediately. I need everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh my goodness. This is
So-
gonna be the coolest thing.
Here's what I need from you guys. What is your highest level spell slot? You have a negative to your wisdom saving throw based on that number.
1.
So you
Does it
have a
to be
negative one.
available or not?
Not available, just the highest level spell slot you are capable of casting.
3.
2.
Matilda's also 3.
Okay, then you guys have negatives to your wisdom saving throw based on that number. Keep that number in mind.
Does Vincent have to roll this, or is this? Because
You-
we're separate from the group. Don't know if it's a layer thingy or if it's like it went off and then he missed it as he fell.
How high up are you currently?
Got a little conversation. I don't know, maybe like 60, 80 feet away apart from each other. I don't know how tall. Like that's
As you descend, basically, as soon as you get a sight of this creature, you roll this wisdom saving throw.
cool.
So basically, as soon as it was visible, that is the scenario.
Whoa. That was impressive.
I assume Strumbeak also has to roll.
Strumbeak does not need to roll. It's just a construct, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Ooh, that's with a -3? Good going, Matilda.
Mhm.
So, Jojo, Killian.
Yep.
This human prisoner. Let me see. The knight. I need to roll for you, my friend. Does not succeed. Everybody but Matilda right now looks onwards towards this creature, and as soon as you fall and land, the majesty. This thing, it is a floating, brilliant-looking creature, some kind of creation of magic, perhaps. But long, flowing tendrils pulling back as though just drifting with cosmic energy. The center is just a bubbling cosmos of color that is igniting and moving. You see a thin veil covering the entire outside, and as it flows endlessly, its legs touch the ground but pass directly through into the solid stone of a plinth underneath. From its majesty, just spreading out this brilliant golden light in refracting colors. You see gemstones of various different color inset into the body that are just cradled comfortably. And as the ground slowly begins to launch out this just very strange flora, the likes of which you've never seen, almost crystalline and natural, just a merger of the material world and something completely different. You see in the distance dwarves who are so far gone in this crystalline methodology that they look completely crystallized in a similar fashion to your mother, Jojo. And
Ooh.
looking on towards all of this, everybody but Matilda immediately moves their speed up towards the creature.
Yes.
So Vincent,
Get up in there.
you have
I have
60.
60 feet of flying.
Do I put down this human prisoner first, or?
The human prisoner jumps down and basically begins to hobble forward himself.
Okay.
You can only fit 4 of these in here, so Jojo, you're at the front. Killian,
we
you're
go
marching
right
up
into
there.
them? Oh boy.
Vincent, I need you to roll dexterity against the decorated knight to see which one of you trudges
Well,
forward.
is this thing tall? Because Vincent would just enter it from above.
It is also tall.
He didn't land on the ground. He basically fell, and as he got close, he turned over and he'll hover like 20 feet in the air. To everyone else, he's just hovering, but to Carson and Mo, he has wings flapping behind him.
This creature
and then-
can only fit... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and then he would have started making his way over to the, because it's 10 feet tall, so it'll go near the top of it.
Killian, you would have been there. This creature can only fit 4 creatures within it. So if you... I need you to roll a dexterity contest to see whether or not the decorated knight gets there before you. You gotta beat a DC 10.
Saving throw or check?
Just dexterity check.
You won't be gobbled. You gotta be fast.
19, you gotta be fast. You just push that guy out of the way and rush forward as all 4 of you just pass through the thin membrane on the outside of the creature and just begin to bathe in this cosmos. As you look out, you don't see the world around you anymore, and you are just encircled by a feeling of intense comfort. As you all take 11 points of radiant damage and are currently enraptured by this creature. The knight then begins to move in and goes up to the closest person next to him, grabs that one dude and just pulls him out and throws him to the ground, and then dives in himself as they just swap places. And the human prisoner onlooking, this guy now takes 11 points of radiant. As you all begin to stare out towards this creature.
We're all gonna die.
The dwarves who are all paying attention towards you, like look on and just fall to their knees, almost in a sense of prayer. And now, as you all begin to take this damage, you come to your senses for a brief moment, look around, find yourself completely engulfed in cosmos. Everybody, roll initiative.
Woo!
There is no active combat.
Allow me to make one for you.
Where's my roll? I don't think I actually need to do this. I think my concentration would have ended as soon as we landed, right?
Yes. Not technically, you can stop concentrating on it whenever.
I believe the duration is actually until you touch the ground.
Oh, it's
so.
not concentration, by the way.
Oh, never mind then.
Just have it up for the
What was
next
I concentrating?
10 minutes. Invisibility from before, you just never took the stat off.
Who was back here? That's Mo. Mo would have been with you guys. Which means I actually need to roll for Mo as well. Yeah,
he
Mo
might
failed.
have beat- Oh, he might have beat Vincent to the thing though.
That's true. Let me roll dex. Mo does not have the strength to stop you in the first place.
It's all
But he
about,
rolled
like,
a
whether or
3.
not he would have gotten there first though.
He did roll a 3 dexterity. Strumbeak. I'm going to roll that for you. And Jojo, you are not currently initiative.
My apologies. Yep.
The decorated knight finds himself within this area, and using his action, he is going to attempt to break out. He just bursts out from the corner and lands on the ground and begins to rush off to the north as these crystalline dwarves perk up and turn their attention towards him, beginning to just move over, almost like in a way of trying to force him back into the creature's body, hands out, blocking his escape. Vincent, you are up.
Am I stuck here, or do I have my sense of self back?
As you are currently within this creature, reaching out, you have your sense of self back, but as you are pressing up against the edges, you basically need to attempt to, break free in some way, either teleporting out or using action to attempt to break out.
Do I think attacking this would help, or is it more just I need the strength, physical body to be able to push through this membrane?
Basically, you can either teleport out or use an action to attempt to break out via a athletics or basically an athletics check.
Vincent saw the creature when coming down, and he knows it's kind of basically all around him now is what he's deducing. I need it to roll a wisdom saving throw. DC is actually he's going to use his unsettling words on this thing first.
All right, let me know what that negative ends up being.
-5 to the roll.
Jeez.
Wisdom saving throw DC 14.
Oh, I just requested it of everybody. One sec. -5. The creature just fails.
Cool. Vincent will command it to release.
Lease. Okay. You feel the world around you begin to kind of warble. And as the cosmos begins to stretch and squish around you, you feel almost this liquid moving. And on its turn, it will likely do that.
Cool. Can't use this, he can't move anywhere, right? The membrane's holding him in place.
At current, yes.
Okay. Then he can't hold his movements until the end of his turn.
Alright. At the beginning of the creature's turn, it has been suggested.
No, it has been commanded.
Commanded, perfect. It uses its action. So that's all it can do on its turn, correct? It's this and then it ends its turn?
Mhm.
Perfect. It begins to squish down, and you feel the liquid around you kind of compress until eventually it all compresses into the center, and you feel yourselves all ejected immediately from the body.
Ooh, yes.
You are launched 15 feet away. I want that delete. There we go. So I need to move this briefly. Jojo, you were launched 15 feet this way. Killian, you were launched 15 feet that way. Vincent, you are launched 5 feet, and then you impact the wall.
am I able to? Is it? It's like I was going up. I guess
You have a fly speed, so
Yeah.
you have a fly speed currently. So as you're launched out, you just kind of stop yourself at 10. Actually, roll a. You slam into the wall. This is basically just a massive force that
But I
just
don't need to
ejects
fall,
all of you
right?
out of the
I can
body.
just stay where I am.
Precisely. So you are 10 feet up.
It was 20, but now I guess 10 because we went down to the.
As you are ejected out, you slam into the wall. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and as the creature has just kind of like launched you all out of its body, you see it slowly beginning to reinflate itself, and that is the end of its turn. This dwarf is going to rush forward towards you, Jojo, and this one's going to rush forward towards that other guy
Yep.
as they begin to just unleash a flurry of attacks against the two of you. As they open their mouths to speak, you just hear in. And they're attempting to just force you guys back. I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Normal. I'm not raging. Oh no! What?
Both of you get forced back as these people just begin to shove you 5 feet in towards the creature once more. This decorated knight who's attempting to run away just gets slammed in the chest and launched back, and Jojo, you also take a 5-foot shove. I think they're going to move forward and use their multi-attack to attempt to shove you again. One more athletics or acrobatics check, please.
Come on, be better.
That's good.
18.
Roll 2 of these. Okay, the first one was a natural 20, but that was against this dude. So he gets forced back, and as you begin to grapple with this crystalline dwarf who's trying to force you away. This guy gets shoved 5 more feet in, and in the back, you see one more dwarf just kind of begin to glide down the side of this wall here, climbing down. He reaches about 20 feet. Then he'll dash. Get to the bottom and move 5 more feet in. As they see you guys daring to exit the body of this creature in front of you. This human prisoner finally manages to see his opportunity and once again dives back into the body.
He already took that damage. Did he not get out of it?
Oh, I'm sorry, 200 damage. I've rolled a few random checks in order to attempt to speed this through because I have so many NPCs. This guy is a little bit screwed. But as he dives in once more, this. Excellent. He dives in and just kind of into the cosmos. He begins to spin and swirl around the area. He does not at current. Now it is Strumbeak's turn. Strumbeak would have been on your shoulder, Killian.
Yes, Strumbeak always goes after me.
But previously Strumbeak was on your shoulder and being carried by you. So I think they also would have entered into the creature at this point and taken that radiant damage previously. So they would probably be alongside you here.
Then I have a piece of tourmaline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As the creature just begins to bear down and launches you out, the Strumbeak pulls itself into this tiny little fashion, and you have it kind of dormant within your hand.
All right. So I guess it's my turn then.
You can
remove Strumbeak from initiative.
I will remove Strumbeak. Boop. Killian, you were up.
All right. Well, she'll free interaction with an object, pocket Strumbeak, and I guess start laying into the thing. Yeah, she's just gonna target this
Probably don't want to
void.
look at it. Because all Vincent will shut out.
And it's just like okay, and just closes her eyes, aims her gun. So she'll have disadvantage. But she is actually, for the first shot, she's going to use. Just making sure it's not like an action to use. Yeah, I'm gonna the clockwork amulet that she picked up at some point along the way. I can't recall exactly when. Just starts turning until it starts whirring rapidly, just kind of on the spot. And blindly Killian fires, automatically rolling a 10. which plus her bonuses would be 16.
Ooh, brilliant. 16 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Found an AC floor. That's nice. Just a little damage. Whoops. You must roll the attack. No, that's not how it works, game. All right.
Roll the
ignore
attack with
this.
advantage. Keep going until you hit. Ooh, that's the number.
That'll
After
hit,
the
I guess.
next roll.
Sadness. I have 2 attacks. Damn it.
That wasn't with disadvantage though, so you probably would not have
that's
gotten
true,
a
that's
nat
true,
20.
that's true.
However,
Okay, I'll just
roll that damage.
Okay. Yeah, normal. Okay, well, I got an auto hit, and that's what I get. All right. Now I will roll with disadvantage for the second shot. Assuming that, do I hear it do anything? Does it go right through it?
As it
What
hits
is
the
this thing?
body and just kind of like blasts through the other side, you do see just like a bit of this just liquid pour out of it and then splatter across the ground. And then slowly it kind of just begins to fill in.
Gotcha.
Looking at it, it's damn near impossible to tell whether or not that hurt it. Because it's
Yeah.
kind of just like a jelly void.
This would mostly, it's like I said, I'm like averting my gaze, so like I'm not looking at it. So I probably hear the goo like hit the floor, and I'm like, that's usually a good thing. So yeah, so disadvantage. Ooh, not bad. Oh, another 10, so that's a hit.
17 hits. Go and roll damage.
Blammo. Oh, it's not nothing.
Eight. Once again, slamming through. Just ears splashed across the ground.
I kind of feel like. Actually, Killian has an idea. She's going to go prone with her movement.
Oh.
And just tuck herself right in here.
As you tuck yourself right in there, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay. Eight.
As you reach the corner here, you go prone, begin to move over, and you feel this faint wind begin to pick up behind you as you are pulled into a room. Looking down, you see a fine stone room covered with red velvet everything. A large central
the secret
statue
room.
of 2 individual figures staring towards each other, both in black and white, and various different, what almost seem like ritualistic, small table settings in a way. There is like a paper fan and a white pillow that have been inset. And as you look in this room, what is your passive perception?
Only 10, I think.
Perfect. That is what you managed to see in this kind of strange happening.
Yes, Killian.
All right, I just I found a secret room.
Do we hear her?
You do.
Okay.
Was it like a drop, or did I just like?
There's like a wind that just pulled you in.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
Cool. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Matilda is up. Bianca, Matilda is up.
Does Matilda feel the pull to go in, or she seems pretty like she's resisted it and she will keep resisting it, kind of thing?
At current, Matilda looked towards it, felt this like faint, almost like speckling in her mind. This is best like a static. And then as it went away, she does not feel anything at current.
Okay. She'll release an Eldritch Blast then. I don't know why that was. Oh, accidentally held down control when I was doing that.
Whoops.
So it should be a 6. So 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
do you guys want to?
New floor discovered.
Take a break.
There's someone waiting in the wings.
We cannot bring them into the break.
Okay.
Which will be shortly.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know why it keeps rolling with advantage. Figure this out. So it would
Ooh.
be what the roll is.
It was the same thing both times.
Do they have a thing on them? They have unsettling words, but that's about it. Leaning back, taking charge, you got a 17 and a 17 hit, both hit. And as you unleash 2 of these just blasts of force, you only roll damage for 1. Go ahead and roll damage for the other.
Oh, I did.
Is it the same
there we go.
rolls for both of them? Oh, no, it was 8.
Goodness. Yeah, these are pretty crazy. The first one was 13, the second one was 9. That was my mistake. So as you unload 23 points of damage into this creature.
Yeah, there's something weird going on. It's like duplicating in the chat.
You see just splattering goo splashing across to the other side of the room. And a vicious attack from Matilda.
May I ask, does that force damage look like it's affecting them like it was affecting the dwarves? It was affecting the dwarves a lot, right?
It does not seem to be doing anything particularly.
Okay.
But as you look at this creature, it just is taking blasts and then filling in. It's nearly impossible to tell how much of anything is damaging it.
And then Matilda will go to the back of the room here. She'll also use a spell slot to cast Hex.
On the creature?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess I should have done that before to get the extra damage, but I keep forgetting that. Oh wait, no, never mind. She still has her buzzsaws up. She'll leave them. Never mind.
Gotcha. We minimize that. And Jojo, we will take your turn, and then we'll cycle through to a brief break.
Okay. Jojo. Could I do... I'm gonna rage. Rage! Oh, hang on. I'm gonna collect myself, and then I will rage. And... where is it? There we go. That is a 3. Oh, look at the flumps!
Aha! My favorite.
Flump appears right beside it, about there. Oh wait, no. Oh, there's no one else close enough to it. Yeah, right there.
Flump just. Oh, let me get the proper flump. Just appears.
And then. Yeah, go ahead.
Explodes. It explodes right away. Yeah.
Oh no. That's
No.
not my turn.
Excellent. Perfect.
So now I'm gonna attack the jellyfish. Is it a jellyfish? For some reason in my head it's a jellyfish.
Looks a lot like a jellyfish.
Okay. I'm gonna attack recklessly. Now she goes into this rage. She's just gonna be like, "Where's my mom?" Versatile. Normal. That is 15 to hit.
15 hits. Go
Extra
and roll damage.
attack. Oh, that was a 15 damage.
Oh, excellent. 19 to hit. 15 damage.
Extra attack.
Is your weapon magical?
My weapon is not magical.
Okay.
Second attack is 22 to hit.
22 also hits. Go and roll damage.
And that is 12 bludgeoning damage.
Just like bouncing off of the edge, but as you like pull back, you can see you just tear some of that outer membrane and it slowly begins to close in.
Okay. And that's her turn. Yep.
The creature is now bloodied. You can see slowly this liquid begins to pour down from its body.
I think we gotta go all in one time. It's gonna keep healing itself, I think.
The knight looks back at everything that's going on, and it was divested of its equipment. This
I think
this Lyrian Order member
just back if we were planning on having him fight. No? Oh my goodness, Killian. Ruthless.
I don't think Killian would have. Yeah. Moving forward, it just begins to go fisticuffs against this guy. But does manage to hit, and with a solid sock in the face, does a few points of damage. And then, after having punched him, uses a battle maneuver to encircle around to the other side. Vincent, you're up.
Are we going on break?
We are indeed. Be right back.
Oh, the flump never exploded.
It did not.
Also, welcome back, Tamara.
Hey, we have a Tamara.
Wow.
Look at that.
There. Oh, you're in this corner. Hey, look down there.
Oh yeah, I didn't consider that you guys could actually do that. I feel
you
so
look at each other?
isolated now over here in the northwest.
You're over that way. Hey.
The opposite. My
Nope.
camera's
I know, it's inverted.
New TikTok right there. As you guys look onwards towards this creature that stands, the flump explodes first thing. So go ahead and roll
Dexterity save is what
dexterity
it is.
saving throw.
I just realized I look like a strawberry shortcake character, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
That is a 17.
That saves.
The flump pops as just it turns into confetti and magic energy. Is there no damage on save?
I believe it is no damage on save.
The flump pops all at once. And as the decorated knight continues his fist fight with this dwarvish miner that is now formed entirely of crystal, he just gives a good punch to the face and then quickly takes that opportunity to shift around to the opposite side. And Vincent, you are up.
Okay, Vincent is gonna. Mo, if you're out there, look away from this thing and come towards me.
Mo's just like, I must reach. He's so beautiful. Is continually moving towards the creature.
Useless. Vincent is going to look away from this thing, but he is going to cast Mind Sliver on it. This way. Hold on.
Roll that attack.
Oh, okay, he has to see. It says a creature that you can see. If he closes his eyes, he can't cast it, right?
That is correct.
Okay. He will look at it like he was looking at it before, but then looked away. Does it feel like it only would probably compel him on its turn? Is that what it feels like?
You don't feel any current compulsion.
Okay. He's going to cast this first, and then we'll just do it at the end of his turn. I need a roll. A wisdom saving throw.
Wow!
Int saving throw.
In saving throw?
Jellyfish.
Boop, boop.
Dumb jellyfish.
That fails.
Yes.
12 psychic damage.
12 psychic. Boop. The creature, Jojo, as you had finished your onslaught, the creature seemed bloodied, and now it takes that little bit more damage and begins to shrivel up ever so slightly.
He's going to use a bonus action to drink a potion. Eight healing.
Very nice.
Yeah, hold on. Okay. And then he will, he's concentrating on his spell. He'll fly. Can't adjust my flight height, unfortunately.
I can. How high are you going?
He'll fly over to where Killian was. He's curious what she went. Does he see anything over here?
Just a solid stone wall.
Interesting. She disappeared. Okay, he'll just look at the wall and away from the jellyfish, and end his turn. Use both his bonus action.
If you wish to avert your gaze, you actually have to blind yourself. So it's an instance where you would have to close your eyes.
Okay.
You're effectively blinded, yeah. Okay, so paying no attention to what's happening behind you, and staring down towards the wall.
This creature still has a mind sliver on it. It lasts until the end of my next turn.
Gotcha. The creature immediately begins healing. As you can see, this energy within it slowly begin to just glimmer and shoot out this brilliant, radiant rainbow of colors. And as it begins to pull in this energy within it, do you see that veil on the outside solidify? And it just begins to shoot these darts out in all directions. Jojo, Vincent. Actually, this is just attack rolls.
Is this considered a ranged attack? So it'd be at disadvantage with Jojo and Mo?
Oh, Mo as well. Thank you. This is a ranged attack roll.
We know if it hits.
Okay, that's two. Excellent. These darts fly out from the center of the creature. Jojo, you are impaled as one dart stabs into your body, one down into the bottom left corner of your abdomen. Mo is impacted with one of these things. Vincent, it comes in towards you, and you feel 3 directly up your back.
He will shield.
You will shield? Excellent. So at that point, +5 to your AC. You are blinded, but that's fine. The way shield works, that's fine.
Yeah, it would still go off.
That's totally cool. As at this point, 3 slam into the crystalline shield and bounce off of you. All 3 of those miss. Jojo, you were hit by 2.
I feel
This
like
with
it's
disadvantage?
It was with disadvantage, yes.
Okay, cool.
2 of those hit you, Jojo. You take 9 points of piercing damage.
Have to 4?
Mo is impacted by 1 of them. 9 points of piercing damage have to... Well, it's 2 sources of damage, so this would actually be
Okay.
half for both, but I don't think that matters. You're not currently concentrating, so yes, half to 4. The second dart hits Mo, and that is 3. That actually hurt him more than I thought it would. And then as the last few darts impact and just bounce off of your shield, Vincent, hit or miss.
Also, Mo's invisible, so I'm just wondering if this creature knows where he is. Like,
Creature does not seem to have eyes. As you're looking at it, it just is some kind of formless mass of chaotic energy. It blasts you guys with this, and then hit or miss. You guys see these, as the shards impact, they explode, and then they form together into these little globules of like liquid crystal that are now just floating around you guys.
when Vincent cast shield, I like to think that to everyone else it tinged off a shield. But really it was like these tendrils of black smoke like whipped out from his Ashfall and grabbed the shards and then tossed them to the side.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty cool. Do these like
whipped out of his ass, and I was like,
most
This is
definitely
what
not.
we've been missing the beginning of this session. Absolutely.
Vincent, the creature attempts to establish a telepathic bond with you.
oh,
You have the ability to end this telepathic bond immediately.
Mhm.
I'm assuming you do that.
If it attempts to do anything hanky, he will. Like as soon
There,
as
you
it-
gotta choose now. The second this creature attempts to connect with you, do you end it or no?
Yeah, I'm
You do?
assuming it would try to like take him over or something.
You shut off your mind, and the creature is immediately locked out. It is then going to turn its attention towards you, Jojo,
Mm-hmm.
and is going to... It's gonna wait. You see the creature
Oh.
begin to float, and it kind of almost begins to dance in this circular pattern, and its tentacles following behind it, forming a coil before slowly unraveling. And it is now the dwarves' turns. This dwarf continues this
Interested
slug
in
fight
those.
with the other one. This one is going to attempt to slam you, Jojo, and then this one is going to rush forward and encircle the other guy.
That's an athletic.
Athletics check, please, and thank you.
Yeah, that's
26. Ooh, you match.
Oh.
oh damn.
This dwarvish miner moves forward and attempts to slam you, and once again, the two of you are just locked in this constant. You slam back, and it's just an impasse. Meanwhile, these other two are taking some rough hits against this decorated knight in the distance. So, as the miners look onward towards you, that one failed. These two are attempting to punch him. This knight over here now seems pretty bad off. And at the end of their turn, the human prisoner on the interior of the creature comes to his senses and attempts to break out. He does manage to break out and forces his way out of the creature and kind of slams into the ground just... Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. That's good. Slowly begins to crawl as he's prone. Still just completely and utterly out of it. Exit about 15 feet over here towards the hay and then places his hand in the hay. Begins to just... Matilda, this is like they're just moving in towards you with this completely distant look in their face. Mo now dives into the creature. Takes 11 points of
Oh,
necrotic
Mo.
He's gonna
radiant
die.
damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
Mo's unconscious, and at the end of Mo's turn, Killian, you're up.
All right. I just like I shout out. Do I need to? Should I look around in here, or should I keep help fighting?
Investigate in there.
All right.
Oh.
I hear Jojo say that. I'm gonna come into here. So you said that this is a statue with two people looking at each other?
As you move to that spot, you immediately bump into a figure, and you are not able to move into that location.
Okay.
And as you stride forward, yes, looking over you, you see two statues of angelic figures faces covered by the hands almost in like a weeping pattern, staring towards each other. One is this dark kind of onyx filled with speckles, and the other is this white statue that has veins of this kind of golden flecks of energy through it.
Okay. I'm gonna leave. Killian doesn't know how to deal with this kind of stuff. This is beyond her pay grade. She's gonna walk away from where she was. Does he have to like fight to get out of this room?
As you reach the stone wall, you kind of reach your hand forward and you touch it, and it's almost like this faint liquid, but you begin to push your hand through, and like oatmeal, it begins to give to your touch.
Okay.
You pass through, and it just fills in.
I just say, sorry, Jojo, there's... I don't really know what's in there. It's like a statue and there's invisible people. I think I'm more helpful out here. And
Okay.
At that point, Killian's just gonna take 2 shots at the thing.
Okay.
She's not gonna avert her gaze. She's just gonna shoot it.
As you approach Vincent, one of these globules that's floating above him solidifies into a dart and flies in towards you to impact you. I need a dexterity saving throw.
What
Alright.
globules?
It shot 3 darts at you. They dashed against this like shadow tendril that grabbed them, but then they just turned into 3 liquid like crystals above and have been floating around you.
Dex save.
Yikes.
Pretty good.
You succeed. You dodge out of the way. Shatters against the ground.
All right. I'll take my shot.
I did appreciate that Killian used healthy boundaries as an action on her turn, being like, I don't understand this, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Can't remember. I'm prone, but using a ranged attack. Does that give me disadvantage or not?
Nope.
Okay. Hey, that's pretty good. Roll damage. Another 4, so 8 total for that shot.
I was wrong. You do have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, okay.
So just roll one more d20.
Gotcha. I used 15 feet of movement. Does that mean I could stand up instead?
Yep, for sure.
Okay, then I'll do that. I'll be no longer prone.
All right. You stand to your full height, your intimidating height.
Yeah. 15.
15 hits. And that 8 piercing damage goes through.
Blam. 16.
16 piercing. Is your weapon magical?
It is.
Because of your artificer? Perfect.
Yeah.
That infusion. The creature previously not bloodied becomes bloodied again as the liquid begins to drip out from the outer veil.
Alright. Killian, does she have a bonus action? I don't think she does. No, she does not. Okay. That is all she's gonna do.
At the end of your turn, the creature is going to take a legendary action. This dwarven miner who had previously been assaulting you, Jojo, immediately runs past you mindlessly towards Killian.
Okay.
You can get an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Yes, I would totally wish to do that. You said I can't do reckless on.
I believe reckless is only on your turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
24 to hit.
Ooh, with a natural 20. Oh,
is it
no.
next time?
That was a
Yeah, it's
17.
green.
It just went
Oh.
green for funsies.
Yeah.
Very
Boundaries
strange.
acting weird. It's also
Okay.
doubled it up.
Normal. 15 damage.
15 damage.
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning, perfect. Just slamming against the crystalline body. Its creature is now bloodied, and as it runs towards you, Killian, it brings itself back and makes just 2 swiping attacks with these like crystalline hands, grabbing onto you and just slashing down the side of your body. Making contact with both, you take 14 points of slashing damage and an additional 10 points of radiant.
Sorry, can I cast shield?
Absolutely. You bring up an arcane shield in front of you that just tears through in between you and the creature. One of these still manages to crush through the shield and rakes down across you, but you take less now. So there's 4 points of slashing damage and that is 9 points of radiant damage. And then that is the creature's legendary action. Matilda, you are now up.
Oh, yes. Okay. Those creatures are pretty mindless. They'll hit anything they come into contact with first. Or are they very pointed? Like they were like, this is the person I am attacking. The weird mushroom people.
They're like crystalline dwarves at current, but they all seem to be kind of moving in according to their own will. They've been trying to force creatures back into this jellyfish.
Okay.
You have also noticed that every time we attack the big jellyfish, it has also healed itself at the beginning of the
Yeah. I'm gonna step up 1, and then I know in the vague direction where it is, so I'm not gonna look, but I'm gonna blasty it with the itty beaties.
You with the blades you have, the fizz blades?
No, Eldritch Blast. Itty bitty.
Okay. Go ahead and make 2 shots at disadvantage.
Okay.
Eddie Betty, I see.
Sorry.
Oh.
Attack. Disadvantage. Hit. There's a
13
13
hits.
hit. What?
Ooh. That's a new floor.
Yep.
That's low floor.
Yeah, this thing's like an amorphous jelly. Doesn't look like it has
9 points.
It's fair.
Yeah, and then again.
It also has regeneration.
Because
Blast.
I now get 2 itty beaties.
20 hits, go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, poo.
5, excellent.
That sucked.
All
Right.
damage is good damage.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Damage is good damage. Killed someone with 1 damage from, which is not great.
And and I think that's it. I will end my turn with itty bitty.
Alrighty, at the end of your turn, creature's going to take a legendary action to command this dwarf to move over towards you. It is going to take 2 raking attacks against you.
You do
Uh-oh.
have the saw blades you can use as AC as a reaction.
You can add 2 to your
Okay.
AC if you wish, and then burn those blades.
I will do that for one of them.
Adding 1 to your AC? So your AC right now, bring it to 12. So as you flatten out one of these blades, they come in and they just rake directly through with one hand. The other bounces off the blade, and the other carries through and scratches through your body. You take 5 points of slashing and 11 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Then you got a con save for the other blade still.
4 minus 5. Minus what?
There's a 5 slashing and 11 radiant.
Oh, yikes. Ew.
You're resistant to radiant damage, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I threw the damage on your character, so that's only 5 radiant as well.
My real worry about being gone today was that everybody was going to be like, yeah, Bianca plays Matilda way better than Tamara does.
You did do you did do one really cool thing this session. So
Okay. All
People
right.
really-
fun.
All right.
And you have been eldritch blasting with your typical efficacy.
So 11 reduced is 5, yes?
Correct.
Okay, cool. And I will save. Roll good, Matilda. Yes, okay, cool.
succeed.
And then that's it. Awesome. Thanks.
And then Jojo, you are up.
Yes.
At the beginning of your turn, one of those
yeah.
gemstones above you will crystallize and shoot down at you. Dexterity
Ooh,
saving
okay.
throw, please.
I will. I see it.
You can see it.
Hell yeah. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah, I just as I'm about to go grab in my bag for something, I dodge just out of the way, catching it out of the corner of my eye, and I pull out the alchemist fire flask.
Eee.
And within melee distance, Jojo's just gonna smash this right on the jellyfish. So I leave disadvantage. I'm just gonna roll Oh wait. How do I roll? Okay, yeah. This disadvantage +7. There we go. Roll.
So here's how this happens. You
19.
lean back, you throw it within melee range, and it bloop, passes into the creature's body and just begins to be cradled gently in the body.
Fuck. And then JoJo's gonna bring her warhammer and try and swing for it and try and smash it.
Ooh, that's cool.
Let's go.
As my extra attack, I'm gonna reckless. 26 to hit.
You did for your. You can't like
can't extra
throw
attack
the
it.
thing as an because it's throwing it would be its own personal action.
It's
You can
a
only
ranged
extra attack
attack.
if you take the attack action.
Well, it's a ranged attack. It's an attack action.
This is interesting.
Because I looked it up and it doesn't say specifically
Yeah.
like melee or that it has to be the same type of attack.
Or even
It
with the
just
same
says-
weapon.
You can attack twice instead of once when you take the attack action. So I did a
Yeah.
ranged attack and then I did a melee attack, right?
I'm okay with that. It's not technically a use a magic item action because you're throwing the item. So that's a thrown weapon attack.
The item, I looked up the item and it says make a ranged attack roll.
Okay, I'm cool with this.
Okay. Then that is what I do.
26 hits. And with that just sheer amount of versatility in your attack, you manage to impact the Alchemist Fire as well. So go ahead and roll damage for the Alchemist Fire. This creature cannot avoid it.
Oh, the Alchemist Fire. I think it's just 1d4, but then they have to like spend an action to put it out.
Yeah.
It's every round until they take an action to put it out.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that one.
So 1 fire.
1 additional fire damage. Excellent.
So within this jellyfish, just like this blue like eruption, and this little flame is just inside of it now.
It begins to move, and you can actually see on the interior, the body, the creature is like attempting to control this flame. Like you see bits of the cosmos just solidify around it and is trying to keep it from spreading.
Oh boy.
It's black flame, but it looks
Oh,
like
okay.
an oil slick with like
Cool,
the
cool,
shiny,
cool.
sheeny iridescence.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
Sorry.
That's cool. You made it. Maker's choice. Yeah, I believe that's it.
Excellent. At the end of your turn, the creature's going to use its last legendary action to... Oh, you just did that. So this Dwarvish Miner is going to run over towards you and attack you.
Okay.
So Vincent and
Constructive.
Killian, you can both get an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Vincent?
I use shield, so no reaction.
And I shield, and I'm also 10 feet up in the air.
Perfect. This one runs over towards you, Jojo, makes 2 attacks. Both of which, just raking its claws against you, dodge out of the way deftly twice and just deflect the last hit.
That was with advantage because I did reckless.
Oh, thank you. Let me go ahead and I'll add 5 to those. Your AC. One of those manages to hit and just
Okay.
stabs into your side and just pulls back, blood kind of pouring down the claws. You take 6 points of slashing damage and 9 points of radiant.
I'm bloody.
Excellent. I will give you that. The decorated knight now looks onwards towards all of this. He is going to spend his action to try and do the hypnosis action thing against this creature.
I'm so sorry. I forgot my flump bonus action.
Oh, perfect. Please blow it up.
So could I have put it right here?
Oh, something
Just
odd
careful
happened. One
of Impy Boy.
Oh, I'm
Vincent
sorry.
doesn't
I did
know
not
this.
notice him. Then I'll put it here. So
Throwing it
just
there?
Dex save for the jelly.
I will say there is that Dwarvish Miner here. So if you
He
put the
didn't move
flump...
there until after though, so
Okay, that's totally cool. Let me pop this in, and then deck save.
yes.
Does not succeed.
Yay! So that
flump.
is.
E6?
I tried to roll. It's not letting me roll.
I think it's just
Wrong.
lagging a bit. Yeah.
Oh no!
There-
Oh my goodness!
What? The
We'll
first
go with
one.
the first
Excellent.
It's the one. It's just the one.
1. Excellent. That may have been my bad. I accidentally maximized my screen,
Oh.
and then
I also
everything
love-
went a little fun there.
I love how you had to move the flump because you're like, okay, Mo is enough of a character to be worthy of that save. That made me laugh so hard. I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious.
The decorated knight
56
spends his
is-
action to try and just dissuade this dwarvish miner, and it kind of tracks his hand up and down for a second and almost seems like just a little bit disarmed. He then turns and begins to run over here, trying to jump up to the second area as the dwarvish miner just turns and makes a raking attack as an attack of
Oh.
opportunity against him.
Good try.
It was, and that is a 19 that hits. So
Sorry,
hopefully you're not
buddy.
dead. 5 points of... and then that's 11 radiant. He's still alive. He makes it over to here, runs over and dives and grabs onto the wall and attempts to climb up. He does not have enough movement to get there, though, so he only makes it to here. And then at the end of his turn, Vincent, you are up.
Cool. Vincent opening his eyes, he'll turn around and kind of assess what's going on. And then he sees Mo unconscious inside of the jellyfish, and he just kind of like rolls his eyes. He'll kind of spin around with his wings and fly forward. As he enters this spot, he'll use his action to catch dust and then quickly flap his wings so he winds up over here basically catching Mo, because he can't resist the strength check with the dust.
Nice.
And just like catch Mo as he flies back into him unconscious.
Okay. So if you're casting Gust, the creature then also needs to
Roll a strength check for the
Excellent.
target. And
stay
but
strength ability check.
Unconscious creatures can't roll strength checks. They auto fail them.
The strength
Gust is
ability check
targeted.
for the...
Yeah, Gust is
Ah.
a targeted honestly creature.
Oh,
On a medium or small creature that you choose must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 5 feet away from you.
excellent. So Mo is immediately forced out of this creature's space. And you catch him
And-
in your arms?
Yeah. That's why like he did it when he was here, so he forced him out that way, and then he quickly flapped his wings to catch him on the other side.
Landing in space, holding onto Mo. Princess Carrie.
Fly up to here, and go like another 10 feet up, so he's 20 feet up. And then he will take out the last good berry he has. Can he squeeze it over top of Mo's mouth?
Yeah, absolutely. Mo recovers 1 hit point
Mm-hmm.
and opens his eyes to look up towards you.
You. Get into my clothing. Shrink down.
Mo's like, for a brief moment. And then as he looks up towards you, looking back over towards the creature, he just kind of shirks out of the joke and just begins to weakly crawl into your clothes and leaves combat.
What a pickup line. Get into my clothing.
Ooh. I thought it was good.
I
The
like
normal
it.
thing for him. And then turning around and kind of assessing the battlefield. This thing doesn't seem to be hypnotizing anyone anymore. So
I will say this as well. I just didn't want to interrupt your monologue there. But the creature makes a psychic lash against you. As you move away, it is going to take an attack of opportunity. I need you... Oh, no, this isn't an attack roll. Okay, roll this dice.
melee attacks.
Plus intelligence. What is your AC? Shield ended. This hits.
Shield
So-
again.
Shield again?
Yep.
Is your AC 24 or higher? No, it's 19. This still hits. Breaks directly through your shield as a lash of energy tears through it and passes through you. You take 11 points of psychic damage. I need you to roll for me a intelligence saving throw.
I just need 1 second to cast shield. It still stays around. And he's 20 feet in the air. Do you mind putting me there?
Sure.
He takes... Oh, actually, that would have happened when he was here, so he would have only been 5 feet. How much damage did he take? I need us to go through that first.
11. 11 psychic. The creature gains a number of temporary hit points.
Fuck this guy. Lousy with health.
And then I need to do a concentration check, which I pass. And then now, so concentration's done, damage is done. Now he's able to move over, do the thing. He hasn't done that yet because there's still something else happening. What do I need to do?
Intelligence saving throw. $13? Okay. You see this tether form between you and the creature for a brief moment, and then it turns invisible. That's
I'll
it.
note that. He still did what he did with Mo. And
I don't like it.
yeah, he'll end his turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it is the creature's turn. The rest of the darts, so there was... Jojo, yours never went off. So, no, it did. Killian, one of those attacked you. Vincent, there are 2 darts remaining above you. Both of them crystallize and shoot down towards the nearest targets. I'm going to roll for that. One flies down towards the human prisoner, who actually is currently prone. So that would be at disadvantage to this ranged attack. And the other one would be
I
you.
didn't realize they came with me. Would Vincent have the forethought, because I can't see them on the board, to know that he shouldn't go near anyone because one shot at Killian?
In this instance, no. It's all
They
kind of
shoot at
happening
you
in the
if they
heat of
don't
the
shoot
moment.
at anyone else.
Yeah.
No, they shot at other people, not me.
They,
But
one shot at you.
Jojo got shot by her own crystalline thingy.
One is shooting at you, Vincent. One is shooting at the person on the ground. The one on the ground shatters against the side as he rolls around slightly and just begins to like pull that hay over himself like a
my
blanket.
God.
And then the other one impacts you and just breaks against your shield. And now all of them are gone, as far as I'm aware. The creature is now going to look towards all of you. It is going to slowly suck energy into itself, and it disappears.
Mm.
Ah, what the fuck?
Jojo, you feel this just heinous burning begin to move in towards you, and then the creature makes an attack roll with advantage.
Oh. It's on fire.
That's just invisible.
As this this just flaming lash begins to pour through you, and just hits the side of your face and carries all the way down your body. You feel it begin to singe. You take 11 points of radiant damage and 5 points of fire damage.
Ow.
11 points of radiant, 5 points of fire, so 16 total.
It makes me think of like
Okay.
NASCAR, because sometimes people are on fire and you can't see it because it's invisible.
That's 40 feet of movement. It's going to go here. Vincent, you're 20 feet up, yeah? Okay, it's not going to do that.
Vincent's also bloody.
Okay, I'll put that on you. Matilda, you feel your entire body become enveloped in a liquid. And the same as the creature next to you, the both of you kind of begin to lift up and begin to just move around as though you are no longer on the ground. And both of you take 11 points of radiant damage. For you, halved to 5.
I don't like this. I am bloodied.
Oh no, we're all bloody.
And then this guy takes
Killian.
6. Killian's like, I found a room. I'm not really hurt, and I found a room.
Killian is also bloodied.
Oh!
Killian's bloodied too. Okay, so the dwarf is actually also bloodied. Excellent. Since we're all bloodied, the dwarves look onward towards everything. This one is going to pray. Has never been happier. As it is standing next to you, Matilda, it turns its attention towards you and begins to attack. The other one looks on towards you, Jojo. It's actually going to shift to just get a little bit closer over here. And then this one's going to go and attempt to grab the dude who's attempting to flee. As the 3 of them unleash their onslaughts of attacks. You against you. I did it.
Wait, what did what?
I just have a bunch of systems in the background, so I was sitting here being like, is this going to work? And it did work, so I'm satisfied.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit. Critical miss against Jojo and a miss against Jojo. 2 attacks against the knight over here, who manages to avoid both with a 9 and a 4. And Matilda, a 10 and a 6 against you, managing to miss both.
Yay!
All 3 of these fuckers missed
Oh,
6
boy.
attacks against you.
Let's
guys.
go.
Good thing they
Get
stopped.
fucked!
Now let me see if I can
Work
reveal
on
this to you.
fate.
Does that work now? It does, huzzah. So I got that to work as well. The human prisoner
shit.
continues to roll around on the ground, excited to climb. Actually, he's going to move up here. Mo is alive. and is going to remain within your clothing as dictated. Actually, he's going to pop out briefly.
Yeah.
And just...
I want to give him a command, if possible, if he pops out.
What do you want him to do?
You still have those things I gave you, right?
He jingles his completely normal-looking wristlets.
Make me invisible.
That uses 2 charges. Did he do this previously at all?
Nope, hasn't
No?
used this
Okay.
again today.
Excellent.
I'm
So
tracking
he
it
just
in
kind of...
my inventory.
He reaches his hand up, and you see this, like, little just energy pop at the top of his fingers, and you're like, make me invisible. He's like... taps himself on the forehead, taps you on the forehead. And then you turn invisible, and Mo is... concentrating. Perfect. So, at the end of Mo's turn, the creature is going to take a legendary action. It is going to digest. So Matilda and Dwarven Miner, you immediately take 11 points of radiant damage. And the creature begins to
Ew.
recover.
5
So-
for Matilda.
5 for Matilda.
That's true. So that's okay.
It's digesting you slowly. Matilda juice, yummy.
What's with these?
Oh god, don't say that.
Tastes like graveyard dirt. Mmm.
It's been a while since you've been in a graveyard, though.
Okay, and Killian, you are now.
All right. Does it look like these guys are like
They're
I guess I'm trying to
visibly
intuit-
floating in a weird
Yeah.
liquid. Yeah.
okay? Have we been able to hear Matilda normally, or are they like muffled?
I feel like Matilda's probably just been like, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think she's had a turn yet, so she's just processing right now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Normally people would scream. Matilda's just like,
All right. Well,
Assessing.
Killian will rush towards Jojo and just be like, invisible?
You mean, is it invisible? It seems like it.
Okay. So I guess Killian will just like take a generic shot at the creature, like technically here. She's not trying to hit the miner. She's trying to hopefully hit whatever it happens to be. But she's explicitly not aiming through an invisible creature towards Matilda, if possible. But we'll see how
Gotcha.
it goes. Disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But on the plus side, you're still a gnome.
Huh.
That's true. I think, did I click
it's
it?
very cute teeth.
Oh, it is invisible. Here, I can make it visible temporarily. You guys are aware of its current position.
Oh.
Gotcha. I was like,
ew, I'm inside of it? No.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been digesting you.
oh my
I
god.
thought it just like touched me with something.
Oh,
but
it's
it didn't.
digesting you.
Oh,
You're inside of it.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh my god. All right, 17. That's a hit.
17
its
hits,
mouth
even with
is.
disadvantage.
It's a jellyfish. It doesn't have a mouth. It's just been like sucking us in.
Did it just like sit on us? Like how the fuck? What? Like
11 damage, and I'm gonna Furia the Small on this one. So plus
Ooh,
6,
nice.
so 17 total.
And it's all magic, 17. Okay.
And then second shot. Still with disadvantage.
16 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice, 13 damage.
13. I just caught another glimpse of your face, Tamara, and I was just like, yes. Okay.
Matilda's fine. I'm upset.
2 blasts ring out, and you just see this liquid cosmos sprayed against the wall behind.
Killian doesn't really have another meaningful bonus action, so she is going to stay here.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, legendary action, this Dwarven Miner is going to siphon between the two of you. Make 2 attacks against both Jojo and Killian. One
And
rather
Cyclone.
against each of you.
It does a twin kick cyclone.
Yeah.
It misses you,
No.
Killian, going for one stab and then spins back and then manages to catch the side of you, Jojo, and just pulls back against your forearm. That is 6 slashing and 6 radiant.
Okay.
Alrighty. And Matilda, you are now up.
Okay. I'm just processing still. I'm a little bit upset that I'm inside this thing and I can't see it. But anyway, so how is my blade doing? Because like I have this blade like swirling around me. Is it like
You'd
Yeah,
have
it's just
to
like-
roll context. I think you failed, and that's why you no longer concentrate. Because every time you took damage, you had to do a con check.
That makes sense.
It seems to be gone, which means you probably failed.
I know the last time I rolled
I don't
it,
see
didn't-
any. Yeah, I don't see any in here. Matilda, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw. That was
Okay.
11, so a DC 10.
Okay. Con save.
10.
10.
That succeeds. So you still have one fizz blade. It's like tearing through the liquid.
Now, there's the conundrum. Would I be at disadvantage to like saw the inside of this thing? Like I'm technically inside it, and it's like
I'd give you advantage on the attack roll. It's not
That's-
necessarily about damaging the inside of it. It's about finding something that can be damaged on the inside of it.
but
Because
I
most of this is like a
understand-
liquid.
But Matilda would understand that magical damage does better than non-magical damage. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So then I think what I'll do is I will use my action to take my last blade to attack the miner in front of me.
I scrolled back up through the chat log. You did lose your concentration with an 8 Constitution saving throw,
Oh, I did?
unfortunately. So the fizz blade dissipated. It
Rude,
might have been
okay, never mind
automated,
then.
but it's just up here.
Okay, sorry. I'm used to it showing it to me. Okay, well then. With that gone, what I will do is I will itty bitty the guy in front of me, even though it's gonna be disadvantage. But before I do that, I would like to give my last 2 healing lights to Jojo.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that spell. Use feature. Boop. Alright, that's 2.
3.
Okay, and then 3. Bad rolls. So steaks.
Okay, thank
60
you.
points. And now I
With
eaty
medium
beady.
healing, it makes this a little better.
Okay, time to eaty beady. Eaty beady. Attack. Disadvantage. There's a 21 hit.
21 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, yes.
14.
As you focus in, you unleash this blast of force, and as you do so, you see it disperse into the body of the creature. All the dwarves around the area just begin to, as you see just their bodies begin to singe. The creature seems to take no damage. And the 3 dwarves within the area each take,
Sending its damage to them. Interesting.
that is 4. These 2 take 4 points of damage, this one takes 5.
Did you, sorry, Tamara, did you just attack the miner or the jellyfish?
No, the miner.
Okay.
Oh, you attacked the miner?
Yeah. Well,
The one
no,
immediately
no,
next to you?
no. Sorry, no, I'm confused. The miner is the human that's like on a
No.
weird mushroom trip. Like
So he's
who?
with us.
Gotcha, so you were shooting at the jellyfish.
No, the guy beside me.
Oh, okay, so you're blasting him. Okay.
Yes.
In that instance, these 2 recover hit points.
This
Oh,
guy
I was just
is
confused.
with us. He's an ally. He's a
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not
Well-
attack him. I attacked But hold on. So if when I attacked the jellyfish, everyone lost health?
No, you attack the miner. So as you
Yeah.
blast the miner, he is
Yeah.
dead.
Okay.
It just kind of you shatter into the center, and as you see the heart kind of like beating in this almost stone form, it just slowly ends. And then the body kind of goes limp within the jellyfish.
Can I do my second EDBD on the inside of the thing?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now I target. I'm gonna target this guy because I can't see. Or if you want to make jellyfish visible for me for a sec so I can target it.
Sure. 20 to hit. Excellent. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, well.
5 points.
Yeah.
Excellent. This dwarven miner takes 5 points damage.
Okay. Well, then that is my turn.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, it's going to digest. So Matilda, you take 11 points of radiant damage.
Okay, so 5.
5. So there'll be 10 total for the previous 5 as well.
Okay. Done. Hey, bloody.
Bloody? Okay. And then this creature regains 5.
Okay, so regens if it's digested. That makes sense.
Matilda, you are bloody. Let me put that on you. You find, like, your body all at once. Actually, here, let me see this. So that was its legendary action. The end of Matilda's turn. Jojo, you were up.
Okay. Bonus action, Jojo's going to drink a greater health potion. Get out of here, coconuts.
What?
No
I had a bag of
context needed.
I had a bag of coconut that was in the way of my screen. I can't see. The little roll box.
That was like, I had like no context, and I was like, what the fuck did I miss?
15 healing.
That is pretty good.
Oh no, I put that I have 14 health. Well, how much is it? Okay, there we go. There we go, that's better. Okay,
Huzzah.
and then I'm going to just go over here. Wait, did you say Matilda's on the ground or no?
No, she's currently still kind of floating awkwardly.
Okay, well then I go over here and I attack.
I was just floating, but I'm awkward, so it ends up being awkward.
Should I just attack myself, or do you want to pop?
I will
thing?
pop them in. Badoop.
Donka.
Let me go ahead and do this for you. You guys are generally aware of its position.
Okay, great. And then I will swing at it recklessly, so that's just a normal swing, right?
Yes.
14?
14 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes.
13 hit before. So.
I did not remember. 14 damage.
14. Okay, this dwarf and this dwarf both take 7.
And then I will do my extra attack.
Killing you
That
like
is
this is
a
a
19 to hit.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. You're just like, this is above my pay grade. Now these dwarves are just exploding for no reason in front of you.
And that's 11 bludgeoning damage.
11. Okay. They both take 5.
That's my turn.
Oof, this one's now bloody. At the end of your turn, it will take its last legendary action to digest. Matilda, you take 11 points of radiant damage, and this other body of
Really?
this dwarf now disappears. It's completely digested.
This sucks.
You're just floating it
You gotta
around there.
mouth it, and it was just.
Boom, boom. You see the bubbles in her. Actually, as she speaks and she lets out these bubbles, you actually see this kind of runic language leave her mouth and is formed in the
Ooh.
glowing cosmos of the creature.
Interesting. The fire, the alchemy fire, also does damage.
Thank you. Go ahead and roll that d4. Is that on its turn
Yeah.
or your turn?
We did it on my turn last time. Do we want to just stick with doing it on my turn, or do we just wait until its turn?
I
If
think
it's
it's just
alchemist
on fire. So what are like the things for on fire? I think it's on its turn.
It gets
like
put
the-
out if it takes an action. on
At the
it.
start of
Yeah.
at the start of each of its turns. But
Yeah.
your
Okay.
flump does appear.
No, I use my bonus action for something else.
Oh, okay. Awesome. And at the end of your turn, check how many legendary actions you have. I've only used 2 this round, yes? Oh, it just digested.
Just use the last one.
Yeah,
Matilda,
don't forget about me.
did you subtract that hit points?
I
from this?
did. It fucking hurts.
I gave it too much, so I just subtracted a little bit more from it. And now the decorated knight is turning and attempting to climb this wall. This dwarvish miner is going to take an attack of opportunity. I'm glad that there's just this little combat that's happening over here between these
He's
two.
distracting him.
Yeah.
He was useful in some form.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
true. It managed to miss, and he does manage to actually climb up to the top of here as he just begins to dash up this cliff, making it to the very top at 60 feet and is about to kind of crest the corner. Looking
Did
up there,
not
you see this
consent.
like large dwarvish statue and various different shrubbery. And Vincent, is now your turn.
Kind of assessing the situation, looking around. Vincent's going to flap his wings. Can he go here?
You
For a second, I
absolutely
thought
can.
you were gonna fly right into the thing. That made me laugh, but I know you're not because you're 20 feet in the air.
Yes. He'll go down a bit. Is Matilda floating in like the center of it or kind of near the bottom? Like, do I have clearance of 5 feet above?
How high? You said you go down a bit. How many feet do you go down?
So I'm kind of just level with it, so 10 feet above the top of it.
Perfect. So
Vincent,
Matilda's
like-
5 feet below you.
Oh, what?
And push to talk.
Oh, is it not working?
Oh,
You're
there
good.
you go.
Vincent, he'll actually go here, so he's just cresting the top of it. His feet could go into it if he went any slower. And he'll take out his conductor's wand, and he'll aim it kind of like down at an angle to not hit any of his allies, and he's going to try and cast a cone of fear at it. Even though he can't see it, he's still going to do it.
Interesting. What manner of save was that? Just wisdom.
Yeah, he's going to use a unsettling words on it as well.
Okay.
Just before this, I need to roll that.
What is the DC?
15, but he'll have to minus this from his saving. -5 from its save.
It could not fail that one. It succeeded.
Oh.
You unleash this just blast of orange cone and you await any kind of response, but nothing.
Oh, wow.
Okay. If he succeeded that with a -5, then Vincent will use the rest of his flight to go over. Here.
The creature will take an attack of opportunity.
He's invisible. I can't see him.
Oh yeah, Vincent's invisible. You gave away your position, but it cannot see you, so it's totally fine. Okay. At the end of your turn?
Yes. At the end of my turn.
Creature's turn. It is going to... Matilda, I need you to roll a... what manner of save is this? Check. Oh, actually, it needs to hit you. So you see these crystals form on the inside of its body, and one of them boom, pierces into you, or attempts to
Ow.
pierce into you, and then two boom, boom, fly outward. One towards Killian and one towards Jojo.
I did not consent to be bored. This is
It-
terrible.
It actually could have seen you, Vincent. It doesn't have eyes, but we're already past that. Now that I think about
Oh,
it.
yeah. I can see invisible people. I forget. Lights
Begins focus in, looses 3 darts towards you. Matilda, 1 attacking you, restrained in its body. It has advantage, it's a 2, but let me go ahead and roll again. What's your AC?
Me?
Currently sitting with an 11.
11, yeah.
1 manages to hit you. Jojo,
beefy.
1 flies in. What is your AC right now?
My AC is 16 and you would have advantage.
An advantage? Okay, let me roll again, just in case it's a 20. That one hits you, and Killian, the last one, flies in and just slams against the ground behind you. The 2 of you, Matilda and Jojo, disappear. And you appear... how far over is this?
Uh-oh.
15 feet over, so Jojo, you appear 75 feet in the air over here.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck. I'm in danger.
And Matilda, you are 40 feet away, so you appear 50 feet in the air over here. So, as you all begin to fall, does anybody have any means to stop this fall?
I'm raging, so I cannot feather fall.
I do
Yeah.
not have feather fall.
I do not. I have like my own token on me that would save me.
Let
but
the
it doesn't
bodies
affect
hit the
anyone
floor.
else.
Let the bodies hit
Oh
the
my
floor.
Jojo,
I'm just raging, so you're resistant to this damage.
7d6 fall damage as you fall and slam into the solid stone plinth beneath you. 16 points of bludgeoning, halved to 8.
Oh, that's low roll.
That's
Is
3
it-
1
is-
5 1 2 3 1. My
Is it
favorite song.
radiant fall damage?
It is not, unfortunately.
That was what JoJo thought. Yours is different.
Ew.
Matilda, you fall 50 feet, so you take 5d6, which equates to 15, just one less.
Aw,
4 6 1
man.
1 3.
15.
Why
bludgeoning
couldn't it be radiant? Ow. Good night,
damage.
guys.
Radiant fall damage.
If you
Good
believe hard
night.
enough, everything is light.
Yeah.
That's just the
Nap
truth of the
time.
universe. As you disappear from the creature's body and appear above, falling, you slam into the ground underneath, and you fall unconscious from the impact. Jojo, you slam down and attempt to superhero land, but like me jumping out of a Jeep once, you feel the
Yeah.
energy pour through you from the bottom up, and you are practically paralyzed for a moment before you
What is
manage
this
to
reference?
get
I
yourself
need
back.
to know this story.
What do you mean? And then
No.
at the end, the creature is going to move over here and begin to absorb this little fellow on the ground as you see him begin to lift up.
We see him now, or is he invisible?
At this point now it becomes invisible. Or visible, rather. And as this all begins to occur and the creature continues to just absorb the essence of those within it, all of you look on towards this creature and you actually don't sense any ill intent. It just seems to be moving about. You almost begin to feel bad for it. In fact, all of you feel bad for it. Every single one of you, except for Vincent.
And me.
No, you feel bad. You don't know why. You shouldn't. Like, generally, you don't feel bad for things.
I'm unconscious.
You still feel bad.
Oh, okay.
Touched
And
everyone's minds.
as we encircle this combat towards the end here, you look onwards, the creature begins to descend slowly, holding on to this individual who kind of just like, now is just smiling and opening his mouth. You see like radiant energy begin to fleck around his body as the dwarves continue to take chase after this decorated knight who is now scrambling up to the top and attempting to flee. Other dwarves slowly just taking vicious amounts of damage as this creature is being just attacked. And everyone in this room is heinously hurt. Looking on towards all of this, Killian, being the closest, you begin to hear thud. The sound of a body hit the floor in the room that you had just recently left.
Uh-oh.
And as all of this begins to transpire around you, that's where we'll end today's session. Thank you all for coming. And until next time, I did it too fast. I gotta go backwards now.
Goodbye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.